Welcome to the port city of Mobile, Alabama, here at Hancock-Whitney Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the 68 Ventures Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on a team from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mountaineers offense will get the first crack at it here. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with the W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Stroman. Still on his feet. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
And the Mountaineers are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9. Motion from the wide receiver. How about this on first and goal? The gift to the wide receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Eastern Michigan's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Give to the single back. Let's step back here and look big picture for Eastern Michigan. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
Got his man on the right. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Running to Green. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll keep it himself. Nice move to pick up yardage. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Quick strike complete. Powers through the defender. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Eagles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Caught in the backfield, it's Rooks. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to end. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. With the catch, it's Strowman. And he's still running after the move. Running free. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, App State. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Eastern Michigan going fast.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Catch in the middle. It's Harris. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Kim. That's caught. It's Griffin. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Eagles can really attack on this second and short. Caught behind the line. It's Wheeler. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Rooks. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Keith. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
Now look, you don't see kickers on highlight tapes too often. That 61-yard field goal is going to make every highlight reel in the country. Wow.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the 68 Ventures Bowl.
And the Mountaineers will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lockett. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Rides the back on the option, the give. There he goes. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Eagles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it inside the 25. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Kim. looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The give. Touchdown, Eagles! They take the lead with the 6. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So an 82-yard drive there, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. The run to the left. Runs through a tackle. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He leaves it with his back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down. After the 3rd down incompletion, the punt unit is on the field. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. To throw, it's Kim. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wheeler. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. Hard running there. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. He'll do it himself. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and Eastern Michigan has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. The give on the option. He breaks and tackle. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. And it's right down the boulevard. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. With the catch, it's Strowman.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense gets set for second down. Trying play action. Caught over the middle. It's Strowman. Turning it on. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. On the ground, it's McMillan. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, it's Kim. Firing deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man to the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wheeler. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Eastern Michigan going fast.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Rides to back and leaves it. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to pass. It's Kim. Got a man. It's Wheeler. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got it behind the line. It's McMillan. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. 4th down, gotta have it here. Right down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking to throw, it's Kim. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference.
Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, the Alamo City today at the Alamo Dome as we have a couple of squads here ready to square off in the Valero Alamo Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Utah Utes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Utah's offense will get the first possession of the game. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Back to throw, it's Dampier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So Kansas State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
After watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Bentley. Gets away from one, he's got space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. To the air. It's Dampier. Quick spin on the line. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Utes come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to sneak it.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Bradley. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback will keep it. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Johnson looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Oakland. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Can't get him to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Intercepting. The defense has set him up.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
This offense has it with really good field position. Going right to work up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. It's complete to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Wildcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kansas State!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. The Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. From the gun to give, looking for room.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Still looking. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Utah.
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lockett. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A little screen to the running back. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Bradley. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Irvin. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The give on the inside. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in San Antonio, and we've had a lively 1st half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
And the Utes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Here's the pressure. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the move. Runs through the tackle. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Kansas State in business in the red zone. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats!
offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. To the air, it's Dampier. Got his man on the right. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in, it's Parker. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Utes are on the move. Motion from the back. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They'll go right back to it. Oh, he's got some space. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the gun, give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Here's a heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in stride inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Utes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They want to run this quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, the Sneak scores it. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Firing to the right, complete. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockett. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Using his legs, it's Edwards. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Spins away from the defense. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives him some more room to work. It'll be 3rd and long. They go to the wide receiver screen. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Got the quick completion. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. There he goes. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. He now has 62 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Man, that's a big kick. That's a big moment, a lot of pressure. He delivers, ties this football game up late in the 4th quarter.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. Reaches into the bag of moves and finds his way up to the 31. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Oakley. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Brown.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
Passing situation, what do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can cover guys on the outside. Nice job by this defense, running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.
Turning it on! He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Snagged in the middle, it's Oakland. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Edwards. Makes a man miss. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Snags it. Touchdown, Kansas State. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop, and you win.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Dampier. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Makes the catch. It's Parker. Jaws picked up 3 yards, but he did get out of bounds to try to save every precious second. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Bentley. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Oh, they're after him! Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over, an absolutely heartbreaking loss. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build, that confidence.
Welcome to the desert, the great state of Arizona, here in Tucson at Arizona Stadium for an historic game in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bobcats offense will go on the attack first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And that last completion left him short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Going for the big play. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They boot it away. Here's the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Fresno State's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were...
Just plowing ahead. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Scanning the field, it's Warner. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Jordan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. It's caught. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun. The running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. It's Hendricks. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Bobcats will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Looking downfield, it's Warner. He's got his man. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. On target to the left. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They just keep firing. It's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0.
Guys, let's take just a second and talk a little Ohio.
They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Hunt is on its way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Hand off to the single back. Shows him the stiff arm. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Using that running game to bludgeon forward, he's got 4 down to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. It's a draw. Breaks the tackle. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Puts it out of the air. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Never a doubt. They're now up 9-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Creates a little room. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Looking downfield, it's Navarro. Finds the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Flying out to the left. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Fresno State. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Crosses the 30. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. To the air. It's Navarro. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Pulls it in. It's Freeman. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds his tight end. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. Fresno State will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Off the play fake on 1st down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. Dropping back, it's Navarro. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Tucson and an intriguing Arizona Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Arizona Bowl.
The Bobcats will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Rivers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Pulls it, fired complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and... There he goes! Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. Fourth down is coming. They kick it away on fourth down. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. Got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That's caught. It's Jordan. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. The Bobcats will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Hendricks.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Makes the catch. It's Hendricks. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll keep it himself. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's third and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Now they'll run the draw. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Finds a man on the left. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. At the 20, he's got space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. The give to the tailback. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hendricks. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Wide open downfield. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Mathis. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Just keep slinging it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On fourth down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
And the Bobcats moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. Finds his man. It's Hendricks. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Using the quick game. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. On fourth down, looking to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll move the tight end. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Kick is in the air. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. It's a one-possession game in the 4th. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Right on the money. Turning it on. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jordan. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. Fighting off the defender. On the move at the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The give from the gun. Plows through the defense. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio!
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. And that one ought to set us up for quite a finish. He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To throw, it's Warner. Pulls it in, it's Freeman. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He makes the grab. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And he reels it in inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute. That last field goal put them on top. They're feeling good, but they can't relax yet. Have to cover this kickoff well. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw, it's Navarro. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? A great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us here and for these 2 teams. Glad to have you with us from Fort Worth, Texas, today at Amon G. Carter Stadium, and we will see who comes out victorious in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the American, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. kickoff team on the field ready to start this postseason classic. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Arkansas's offense will get first crack at it today. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Green. Fires to the big fella. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. We knew coming in that they wanted to push the ball down the field, and they waste no time getting at it.
And I love that, man. I love being aggressive early, setting a tone, sending a message to my team. Listen, we're going to attack down the field. You better be ready for it this offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So North Texas offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first 2 plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense. And I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Breaks the grab. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Like that, or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Platt. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Got his man quickly. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Blake. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Green. Fires to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab, it's Blake. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about North Texas. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. They'll try to pop the draw. Nice move there. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Green. The short hands, it's Blake. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to throw it. Sweet cut there. Fights off a defender. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Evans. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the sticks, it's Williams. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. North Texas really has it going on offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's Coleman. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. North Texas will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's Green. Looking down the middle. Got a man, it's Blake. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Platt. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. To the air on first down. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Just a short pass to the tight end. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got the back in the middle. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. North Texas will have to punt it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Green. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hauls it in. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pratt. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Power football with the run. That should be the final play of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy the pageantry and the meaning of this great game. And, of course, it helps to have had ourselves an eventful 1st half in the Armed Forces Bowl. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the 2nd half of the Armed Forces Bowl.
And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. And sort of an ugly 1st half, honestly, but the deficit breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. North Texas in the hurry up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down, using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. North Texas really has it going on offense. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He wants to throw it again. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Washington. Powers through the defender.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack that.
Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sideline.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A strike downfield. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. From the gun, the running back has it. Makes one-man miss. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. North Texas comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Complete out of the backfield. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They boot it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's got great speed. Quick step and go. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Green. Takes the easy one to the back.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
He's got an open man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on 2nd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Quarterback on the keeper. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give out of the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mean Green trying to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. North Texas really has it going on offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the give off the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. North Texas in the hurry up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Wants to throw again. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so...
Turning it on! Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Green. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss on that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama, the Magic City today at Protective Stadium as a couple of teams look to walk away as champions of the Birmingham Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So West Virginia's offense will start this game off with the football. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Henderson. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Georgia Tech's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number 1, and they give up a sack on play 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Handoff from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Runs through a tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, it's Henderson. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Got it behind the line. It's Barnes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field.
Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They'll go back to work trying to get something going after a couple of punts the first 2 times they've had it. They'll run the screen. Spins away from the defender. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, what a move. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll pull it on the read. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Patterson. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Grab behind the line. It's Rutherford. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. To the air, it's King. Shoots it to the left. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He caught it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. A 1st down run in the red zone. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They're trying to put something, anything together. There he goes! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at it. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Slings it downfield. Zips it out to his man. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Completes it in the middle. Hard running there. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mountaineers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So now on comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stockton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The give to the back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running to Green. Turning it on. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll do it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really...
Just keeps moving. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's King. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he drops to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Grabbed over the middle. It's Willis. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. That last completion sets him up on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Vaughn. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. On second and goal, they go right back to him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. They go to the wide receiver screen. Touchdown, West Virginia! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's King. Grabbed in the middle, it's Powell. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an entertaining first half. And always such a fun and vibrant environment there in Birmingham at the Birmingham Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's send it back to Reese and the fellas for the second half of the Birmingham Bowl.
On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Trying play action. Finds the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Finds his tight end. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back on the option. The give. Got the 1st down and more. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Got a man, it's Patterson. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Looking downfield, it's King. Fires to the big fella. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. The Yellow Jackets have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the 1st down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. And they will score! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 45 on its way. And he was off to the races. races, and he gets it to the 45. The Mountaineers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking for room, it's White. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country.
And it's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. He pulled it and kept it on the option, but he couldn't keep it away from the defense.
I think the QB made the right decision not to pitch it. He needs to do a better job with ball security. The defense, they were able to get and swarm to him quickly and dislodge the football from his body.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking downfield, it's King. He's got the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. That's caught. It's Rivers. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They punted away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll run play action. Got it in the middle. It's Bray. Briggs continues to fight for yards. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Offense in the hurry up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Just going to keep it after the snap. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's King. Quickly to the tight end.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. With the catch, it's Patterson. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Dropping back, it's Henderson. They'll run the screen. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Mountaineers are marching down the field.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. From the gun, wants to pass. On a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Coming out with it, it's Stockton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. He'll start this drive firing. Get it out on the screen. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's King. Gonna try to get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Great place to start for this offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll try the run. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now they'll run the draw. Nice move there. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Alexander. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's King. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Rivers. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Byrne. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
Well, they make the kick. They're now within a possession, but they don't have any timeouts left, so you're expecting them to come out here in an onside formation, and let's see what happens. This is going right down to the wire.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.